Hello, my beautiful friend. If this message found you, it was meant for you. This message is timeless, so whether you found it right when I uploaded it or you found it days, months, years later, and if you found it years later, that's amazing. The algorithm is still algorithm-ing. So if you've been feeling like you are being pulled and contorted and pushed in all of these directions by the universe, but you can't understand which direction you're supposed to go towards because you're quite literally being pulled in all of these different ways. That's okay. Let it happen. That's you growing. You're expanding. There are so many versions of yourself that you haven't even explored or gotten to know, whether they're past versions of you, future versions of you, or current versions of you. I think at our core, we are our soul. We have our truth, but I think our soul and our spirit has so many layers to it. And I don't mean it in the sense that, like, there's ego and, layers to the ego, but I mean in the sense that your soul has been on this earth for so many years. It has lived so many lives, so many experiences and wins and losses and tragedies and celebrations have happened to your soul that you aren't even aware of, but are innately within you and a part of you, and have molded you into this beautiful creation full of experience and life. And I hope you can relate to that, but I have a feeling that there's a part of you that still doubts it. I think you can feel this energy within you, but it's scary and it's confusing, and you don't know what to do with it because you don't know where following it or allowing it to pull you into will lead. And for so many of us, we have allowed patterns and behaviors that we learned as we were growing up, whether it was in childhood or as you grew up, define who you are, and incorrectly becoming what we think that we are and how we portray ourselves to the world. But those ways in which we protected ourselves and in which we learned to cope with the world aren't us. If you can relate to being a codependent person and always feeling like you need someone else to feel whole because you can't give that to yourself, or you're afraid to spend time with yourself, I hope you realize that that's not who you are. You are not a codependent person. You have learned codependent behaviors because at one point clinging on to someone made you feel safe, whether that was because your family members didn't show you love, so you tried to find it within other people, or maybe your family members showed you love, but you didn't know how to receive it, or it didn't feel like true love, so you kept searching for it in other people. And I'm sure you would agree that it didn't work. You still feel empty, and perhaps you feel even emptier now than you did when you were a child, which, if that's the case, I'm sending you so much love, and I hope you receive that, and you can start magnifying, or what's the word, amplifying, not magnifying. You can start amplifying that love within you. Like, take that little seed and just let it blossom within you, because these behaviors that you've learned, whether they're codependency or addiction or whatever has been your crutch in life, you don't need it anymore. I think you'll find that if you let go of the crutches, you will be able to walk upright and hop and dance, figure skate. I don't know, maybe you're a figure skater, or you were when you were a child. Like, you will be able to glide through life. It will quite literally seem like you are floating, and that's not gonna happen overnight. That will take work, but I promise you, think of this as a sport. The more you practice loving yourself and believing in yourself and breaking down these barriers that you have within your mind, you will blossom. And if you're wondering right now, which I feel you're literally wondering, how do I even start to love myself? Sit with yourself. It's going to be incredibly uncomfortable at first, and you might not do it regularly. You might try it once or twice and be like, nah, that felt weird. And you might find that when you first do it, it does take you to a really dark place. But know that through waiting in this darkness and muddling through it, you will quite literally see a light at the end of the tunnel. All of the things within you that you have been trying to like stifle down will make sense. You will realize that literally your greatest pains in life and your greatest hurt, just pain, is like literally your biggest saving grace. It will push you to view yourself in a light that you never thought possible. So I'm literally being called to tell you, like, sit with yourself. Listen to yourself. Ask yourself, how do I feel? Stop worrying about how other people feel and how they perceive you, and worry about how you feel and how you perceive yourself. If you perceive yourself as someone small that never gets love, you're gonna be riding on a wavelength that unfortunately becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will realize that it's just door after door closing. Like it's not going to lead you to anywhere good. But if you can sit with yourself and get to know yourself, you will find a love within you that will be so palpable that the people around you will quite literally be like, are you glowing? Like, you are glowing. Like, what are you doing different? And I think you'll realize that the love you wanted from other people, you didn't really want. You'll realize that the love you're getting for yourself is more than the love that anyone could give you. And I am telling you that because I am practicing that myself. And that doesn't mean I don't have good days. Today, I wasn't sure that I was going to record a video. I woke up just feeling very blah, and just the energy was confusing. I literally, my inner compass was just like over and over, like I didn't know where to go. And I sat down and I found this wonderful guy on YouTube that gave this beautiful like healing Reiki cleanse, and it just felt so good. And you know, it allowed me to like sit with myself, and in sitting with myself and having this like cleanse happen, I was able to just kind of recenter myself with my energy and get to where I am now, where I just feel like at peace. And I don't maybe feel my absolute best, but I connected with myself. And I think ultimately that's all we really want, is we want to feel connected to something. And I think connecting to something starts with connecting to yourself. So with that note, I'm just gonna draw a couple tarot cards and just see if there's any kind of message that the universe and spirit has for you. And if you have something on your mind that you want guidance on, have that in your mind now. If you don't have anything in particular, just be open to whatever message there is for you. So, you know, get with yourself, center yourself right now. Take a deep breath in, and take that deep breath out, and be open to whatever message. So Spirit, what message do you have for this beautiful, wonderful collective that is here with me today, Spirit? Do you have any messages for our wonderful collective? Please let us know. We are open to your messages, and we are full of light. First card that fell out was the Ace of Wands. The second card that fell out is Judgment. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. Yeah, you need to take a leap of faith on yourself. You are being called to trust the process. The Ace of Wands is all about new opportunities. It's quite literally a hand stretching from a cloud in the heavens holding out this wand. And the wands are all about creativity and starting new opportunities and believing in yourself. That's literally like what this is. So you are being called right now to take a leap of faith, to try something different, try something you've never done before. Have the faith and the courage in yourself to know that you will make the best choice for yourself. You know yourself better than anybody else. And with the Judgment card, just says that what is meant to be and what will happen. Judgment is all about being fair. Like you can't alter the course. Like you have to do this. Like you are meant to go on this journey. And with the Tower, that means it's going to be uncomfortable. There's going to be change, but with that change comes so many new opportunities. You have such a bright future ahead of you, and I think you're really going to realize that once you start believing in yourself and trying something different, finding your truth, whatever that is, and speaking from it. Because I think you will find that your life suddenly has a purpose. And when you think about the future and when you ask yourself those existential questions of like, what is the meaning of all of this, you'll have an answer for that you never thought possible. Like your life will literally have a new purpose. Like all of the things that you thought were important to you in the past, like I think you'll realize weren't really that important and don't really mean anything in the grand scheme of life and spirit and the universe. So if this message found you, I hope you feel all of the love that I have for you, because I really do have so much. And if I could jump through the screen and give you a hug and tell you that everything will be okay, I would do it, but I can't. So feel my energy instead. Give yourself that hug. Tell yourself it will be okay, and start to ask the little you inside of you why they are hurting and what it is that they need in life. And I promise you will start to begin to feel changes that you didn't think were possible. I love you so much. If this message resonated with you, or there's anything that you've been dealing with in life, feel free to comment. Feel free to let me know. It means so much to me hearing from you guys, even if it's just one comment. It honestly means the world to me to know that someone was touched by something that I said. So thank you so much. I love all of you. You guys are my friends. My name is Natalie, and I am here for you, and I love you so, so much.